I welcome you guys back into my nice and beautiful life coaching video. So what I want to talk about today is everything. Everything around attitude, to being gracious, to being grateful for your life, for praying every single day, for example. So making sure every single day that if you're doing something special for yourself, you need to recalculate. You have to understand to every single day, go back into the mindset and make sure that every single day that you're doing something according to your purpose. Because your purpose matters. So if you're doing something around your purpose, what's going to happen is you're going to be always much better than yesterday in terms of self-reflecting, the more you self-reflect. So when I self-reflect, what I do is I have my journal, I have my video programs, I have my audio programs, and I do as much content as possible for free. And now, why is it for free? Because I'm not getting paid for it. But the thing is that when I do life coaching videos and stuff relating to life or music production, I'm learning myself how to create videos or how to make audio programs or even how to make quotes or anything like that in terms of writing materials. Because the important thing is that I have to remember is that when you're doing any kind of life coaching or any kind of specific way of life, you have to always coach yourself. You have to be able to coach yourself every single day to do better. I see. So what I did just recently, as you can recognize, I put the blinds down behind the background because the nice and beautiful light was going inside of my YouTube video. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that my video quality is much better. So that's why I put the blinds down, so that you guys can see me properly and so that nothing's interfering with my video. Do you understand? So the thing is that, guys, every single time I do a life coaching video or any type of material out there, I'm spreading information, because that's what it's all about. You have to understand that when you spread information, you get smarter, because everything that you want to teach is inside of you right now. Do you understand? And you have to understand that you have to start with your story. So when you start with your story, you teach your story to people, and that way you actually become smarter than ever before, because you're actually explaining yourself every single day to people who want to listen to you. And now, not many people are watching my YouTube channel, and not many people are going towards my information. But why is that? Because they don't believe in my information. They don't see exactly what I'm giving out that can help their life. Do you understand? So if you go towards my information, you become much more of like Jesus Christ, because all I teach is Jesus Christ knowledge every single day. So if you really want to be successful in life, you have to teach something. You understand? You have to be a grower of some kind. You understand? You have to be growing every single day. And the best way that you grow is you're always automatically growing. You're always growing into a new age, into new times, into a new way of life. You're experiencing new things. And you have to understand that for the 30 years of my life, I started life coaching at 25. You understand? And I started life coaching. I did 40 videos, and then I stopped for 1.5 years. And I wasn't confident in myself to produce content, like, for example, any kind of content. You understand? Because what happened was, I started reading for a period of time, and that reading brought me back into who I need to be. And why is that? Because I got lost. I was lost astray. I didn't have a passion. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't have much to my name in terms of possessions or any kind of things like that. You have to understand that it's not about possessions. And the more possessions you have to understand you have to relinquish those assets and those possessions eventually. But you have to understand that if you're not doing God's work, then you're doing nothing. Do you understand? So the thing is that if you go through life happening to be someone that you are not meant to be, then you're going to be unhappy. Okay, so what I want you to do every single day is be someone that you want to be. So have an image of yourself that you want to achieve, and make sure you post it up on the internet somewhere, and make sure that people understand that, and make sure that you have someone accountable to your goals, and give people your goals. Make sure that you achieve your goals, and make sure that you understand that when you spread information, for example, or when you talk to people, you have to understand that they want to know about you. They're interested about you and your life and what you're doing to make money and what you're doing to do anything in terms of life. And they want to understand, because people are very nosy. People are very nosy, and they want to understand everyone's business. You understand? So the thing is that Every single day I provide information relating to my business. And what is my business? My business is freedom. You understand? It's being able to live life every single day on your terms and conditions. So for example, right now, if you do anything to behave in a better way, or if you're doing anything in regards to doing better for yourself, you have to understand that there's always a way forward. You understand? So every single day you have to do things necessary for yourself and your health every single day to make sure that you're going to the next step forward, so that you actually go one step at a time every single day, and that you're doing something that's always going to be content creation. You understand? Because when you're doing content creation, you're actually doing a better way of life for yourself. Do you understand? Because those people who do content creation every single day and provide information every single day to people are always going to be much more straightforward with life, because they understand what's happening in the world, because they read so much, and because they are teaching that. I mean, they're saying they teach something around life, and when they teach something around life, they understand it. You understand? So when I teach something around life, I understand myself better from the point of view that I came from. So for example, there's a lot of things in my life that's changed. Like for example, now I'm traveling with my mother, and now it's much more how I've developed as a human being. Do you understand? Through all the teachings that I've done, I understand that for some people it's not enough. I mean, like for example, for my mum, the person I am is not enough for her. She wants more out of me. She wants me to do better and better and better and better. And you have to understand that if you have a wife or husband, make sure that you are the same way. Make sure that you always want them to do better. You understand? Make sure that never is enough. You understand? You always want more out of life. You understand? So what you need to do to have more out of life is you have to exercise, you have to get healthy, you have to understand that you have to read upon nutrition and read upon what you're eating every single day, and you have to make sure that you're reading much more often. You understand? Because if you have no time to read, then you have to understand to teach something of your life. Teach something every single day that's going to be a nice and beautiful melody in your life. And when you do that for yourself, you're going to be able to recognize a better way of life for yourself. So for example, this life coaching video, you have to understand that before the video, I just said, let's do a life coaching video, because it's been ages since I've done a life coaching video. And some of my best content comes in the life coaching video. And so you have to understand that I make quotes, I make audio programs, I make video programs, I make writing materials, I post it up on the internet, and because I post it up on the internet, I understand I'm spreading information. Do you understand? But my job solely in this world is to provide as free information as possible every single day to help your life. So I want to make sure that I'm accommodating you into a better way of life by spreading that information that I've learned in my life toward your life, so that you can learn something from my life, and so that you can learn something from the information that I've learned in life. Because what I've learned is what I've taught. You understand? Because if you're not teaching other people anything, then you have no purpose. You understand? So every single day you have to understand that your purpose in life is to teach someone something about life. But make sure that you're not teaching the people around you as much, but making sure that you're going online and teaching online as much as possible. So what I do is, people around me, for example, I don't teach them much about my life. And only the closest people to me know my exact life. They exactly know where I've been, what I've been doing with my life, because they're closest to me. But the thing is that people around me, in terms of strangers that I've never met before, they don't understand my life completely. And now, is that a good thing? Apparently it's a good thing and a bad thing. The thing is that it's a good thing because I spread information all the time online, and I totally show you who I am online. And you have to understand that I have a mega drive storage online, and I post everything to that storage online. And the thing is that I post all my content there, and people can see exactly who I am. You understand? But the thing is that when you have just met a person, they don't really understand you straight away. I mean, what you have to understand is you have to speak words, and you have to understand that there's a block in information here. And what happens is, when two people meet, they have to speak words to each other to understand each other. And now you have to understand that I'm not lacking this problem. I'm not lacking in communicational skills. I can walk up to anyone with my word eye. I can say whatever you want me to say, and I can really understand how to speak to another individual, no matter how beautiful she is or no matter how beautiful he is. You know what I'm saying? I can speak to anybody, but I'm not gay. I'm a straight person. I go for women. But the thing is, you have to understand that women go for me. You understand? That's how I see life. That if a woman's not chasing me, I'm not going to be chasing a woman. You understand? So I'm not chasing a man either. So if a man chases me, I'm just going to say no. You understand? The thing is that I am happy single. I'm just happy being single. You understand? Some people are happy being single. And it's sometimes the best decision to be single in life. And there's no shame in that. I promise you, sometimes I find myself shaming myself in terms of the past when I was much more single. And I said to God, I said, oh God, but you let them have a wife and kids, and how come not me? I mean, you understand? How come they have a wife and kids and not me? I mean, you're saying, and the thing is that God provided me something else. I mean, God provided me talent and abilities for life coaching and for music production and stuff like that. But it's the thing that I chose that. You know what I'm saying? I chose to do that, and that's God's work. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that now when I look at things that I don't have in my life, I'm glad about that. I'm glad that I didn't go through that experience that other people went through, because I'm experiencing something new and different for myself. So I'm not going to get jealous just because a man has a beautiful woman and kids by his side, because he deserves it. You understand? He worked for that and he has it in his life. So the thing is that I had plenty of opportunities where I could have made a baby with a girl or something like that. I had plenty of opportunities, but I was never ready. I was never ready for that. I am more ready now to have a kid than ever before. And now if I had the opportunity to have a kid, I would. You know what I'm saying? I would totally do it. So if I'm with a girl having sex or something like that, like you have to understand, it just comes about like that. You don't ask for a kid, you just demand it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that you have to understand that sometimes you have to ask, and like what you ask for is what you demand. You understand? But sometimes things happen. Like for example, when I was having sex with this woman, you have to understand that I can tell she wants a kid. I can tell she wants a kid by the way she has sex with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's on top of me and stuff like that. She's really going slowly and stuff like that. And I understand that I can just go and explode inside of her. You understand? The thing is that it's not about that. You know, it's easy to make a kid, but then you have to raise the kid. You understand? You have to be there for the kid. You have to teach the kid new rules. You have to teach the kid everything. Do you understand? And some people are not ready for that. I promise you, some people are not ready to be a father or a mother. You understand? So what is it with you? I mean, what's your situation? I mean, is that situation going to get you further in life, or is that situation going to deny you something? You know, so what denies you is what is something either that is you denying yourself, or someone's denying you in life in terms of rejection or anything like that. You have to understand that when someone denies you, make sure you never deny them. You know, so make sure that you accept everything the way it is. And accept your destiny, because you have to understand that the way you are is because of the thoughts that you've thought in life. You are the sum of all your thoughts. You understand? You are the person you are today because of every single detail that you thought about. You understand? So everything that you are thinking about today has to go on a video program, has to really, really go out there into the world, and has to really, really flow into the universe. You understand? Because that's how Jesus Christ done himself a favor here, by making a story for himself and making his legacy really great. You understand? So that's why Jesus Christ has the greatest legacy of all people, because he came in a time where people were very, very ill, and where people were very unaware of life. Do you understand? So if you want to understand anything about life, understand Jesus Christ. Okay? So if you understand anything about my public speaking or my communicational skills, is that I don't lack the ability to speak to people. I'm very funny. You know, like for example, I've seen some woman over here in Bled. I went to Bled, Slovenia, and I've seen this nice and beautiful over here church in the middle of the water over there. And it's so beautiful. If you just type in Slovenia Bled, B-L-E-D, you'll find a beautiful church in the middle of a lake, where it's a beautiful island. And you understand, I swam there as well. But the thing is that if you really, really look to have a conversation with someone, be serious about that conversation. You understand? Because sometimes people like to have fun in a conversation. I mean, people like to tease you. People like to do all sorts of things through words. And you have to understand, I'm a word freak. I mean, I love words so much that I love to speak as much as possible. But the thing is that I'm much more silent around other people than I talk around other people. Do you understand? Because the thing is that I don't want to be the loudest in the group. I want to be the most silent in the group. So the thing is that every single day when I do something special for myself, or when I help myself to do a great way of life or anything that's helping me to succeed, I thank that person, I thank that individual for giving me that idea, or I thank those people for giving me money. For example, my parents, who gave me a lot in terms of life. They gave me so much in life that I have to go and give back as much as possible, and I have to try to provide for them as well in some kind of term. Yes, and so when my mum asks me, hey, Danny, send me some money over here and here and here so that you can help me with my operation, or so that you can help me with my funeral or wherever it is, I understand I'm going to do that for her because she gave me so much. Yes, and so you have to do things for other people. And the more things you do for other people, the more other people will do things for you. Yes, and that's how it is. So what you do unto others, other people will do unto you. Yes, and so you have to understand that you have to treat others the best way. Yes, and treat them the best way. Treat yourself the best way. Yes, and because life is long, okay? Life is a long life, and you have to understand that if you live a short life, you have to always respond in a term of, I mean, you have to respond in a term of happiness every single time that you do something. So every single day that I coach or life coach or anything like that, I'm much more happy in the moments than anything else, because the thing is that when I teach, I'm in my zone. I'm in the actual person that I want to be. And the thing is that am I the person right now that I want to be? I promise you there's always something better than this. I promise you there's always a better individual that I can become than the person I am today. I promise you there's some things that I'm unaware about and I have to learn that. You understand? But awareness is happiness. You understand? So the more awareness you gain throughout life, and the more you read, the more awareness you gain. So the more you read, the more happiness you have. You understand? When you just live life, you always have happiness to some degree. So every single day, try to always recognize everything to gradually improve yourself. You understand? So when you're gradually improving yourself every single day, you're making sure that you're living life on a term of conditions that is your terms and conditions, and not the terms and conditions of other people. So every single day, learn to love your life. Learn to actually make sure that your life is a beautiful life every single day, and making sure that you're doing something special for yourself, where you're recognizing much more awareness. You're doing something around work. You're helping yourself to do life coaching videos. You're doing anything that you can to give information. I mean, yes, and because when you give information to other people become much more aware about the person that you want them to be, and the person that you want to become. That's what you help to give other people in terms of information, because other people understand where you want to be in life. So, for example, if you want to quit drugs, you tell people that you want to quit. See, anyway, so guys, you have to understand that you sometimes might have a mother or father or other people who are always butting into your life. They always want to know everything about you. Do you understand? But the thing is that you have to open up, and you have to tell them honestly who you are. You understand? Because the thing is that when you open up to the person that you want to be, or when you open up totally to other people in terms of habits and in terms of who you are, other people other people can see you naked. You understand? They can exactly see you for how you are. You understand? And that way you can improve yourself, because they're going to give you some words of advice about exactly how you're interpreting life and how you actually grow about life. So for example, my mum and my dad, you have to understand, my mum understands exactly my life. You understand? She understands exactly how I go about my life. And some things she says, like, for example, you have to work. For example, you have to work a 9 to 5. You cannot just be on other people's payments. For example, you cannot be on the government's allowance all your life. You cannot be on the pension all your life. You cannot be on my payments all your life. You can't be on my allowance all your life, for example. So your parents don't want you to, for example, always be on other people's allowance. But the thing is that you have to find time freedom for yourself. You have to find something that's really, really noteworthy in your life to succeed and to really, really grow yourself from the person you are. Because when you actually do that, you have to understand that it's much more about living free in the moment, making sure every single day you're doing something successful for yourself. Because the thing is that if you're not healthy, or if you're not going the road that you're meant to be going, then you're not going to be as happy as the person that you need to be. You understand? So every single day, everyone has to improve themselves. And the more you stay self-reflective upon everything that you are, the more you have a chance and ability to actually succeed in the moment. So every single day, try to understand that if your mother or father is angry at you, they're angry at you because of love and not because they hate you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, every single day, what's much more important for you is to always grow yourself in the moment, to make sure that you always live in life the best way you can, so that you can succeed and so you can do something that's really, really successful in your life. That's what you need to do every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that I missed out on a lot of opportunities with women. I missed out on a lot of opportunities to do better. You understand? And do I regret it? I don't regret it, because the thing is that I experienced that, and that's my experience. You understand? Everyone's experiencing their own life the way they want to live. You understand? So you have to understand that if you want to make a change or an improvement in yourself, you have to make sure every single day you're going to do something successful for yourself, because that's the only way forward. So make sure every single day that you're going from one point to another point by making sure that you're successful in something every single day, doing the best job you can. You understand? That's what you need to be doing. So if you're learning anything from this video, make sure that every single day that you're improving. You understand? Make sure that you're doing something to improve all the time, and make sure that you're always coaching. I mean, coaching something at least, doing something around words, doing something around helping yourself to give out information. You understand? Because that's what you need to be doing. You need to be growing yourself. You need to be going and helping other people to grow. You understand? And even if that means for free, I mean, keep going and working for free until you get paid for it. You understand? So every single day you have to understand that if people are not following you, it's because of something that you're doing. You understand? So make sure you understand that people are not following me much because of something that I'm doing or something I said, or it's something that they're unaware about. You understand? So the thing is, I have to create more awareness around myself so that more people can watch me, and so that more people can help me to become much more. You understand? But the thing is that once you post everything online, I promise you that's it. I promise you that's all you have to do. You understand? Every single day, create more information, spread out more information, do more information every single day, and you're going to live a great life. That's all you need to do.